In continuation with the last lecture, let's start with the next property for the time expansion, or you can say that interpolation. Now we know that xn having dtft as represent as x of omega, so time expansion says that x of n by 2. Here time is n by 2. Okay, so what will be the result in frequency domain? That will be x of twice of omega. Fine, let's go for the example. Let xn is equals to 1 2 3 4. I just represent the given sequence in the graphical form on the right hand side. So x of n can be represented as del of n, as n is equals to 0, its value is 1, plus 2 del of n minus 1, plus 3 del of n minus 2, plus 4 del of n minus 3. So x of omega will be 1 plus 2 e raised to power minus 2 j omega minus j omega, plus 3 e raised to power minus 2 j omega, plus 4 e raised to power minus 3 j omega. So now if I have to find out x of n by 2, so in frequency domain it will be twice of omega, that is x of 2 omega will be 1 plus 2 e raised to power minus 2 j omega, plus 3 e raised to power minus 4 j omega, plus 4 e raised to power minus 6 j omega. That means x of 2 omega is given by this equation. So x of n by 2 is 1 0 2 0 3 0 4. This represent me the interpolation. Here sample are inserted in the given sequence, or expansion of the sequence is there. Okay, next property is convolution, and next one is multiplication of the two sequences. First go for the convolution. Let's suppose x1 n having discrete time Fourier transform x1 omega, and x2 n having discrete time Fourier transform x2 omega. So convolution property says that x1 n convolution x2 n will result multiplication in second domain, in frequency domain. So we will go for the proof. We know the formula of dtft. Just write down the formula and put in place of xn, put out x1 n convolution x2 n. I can replace this one by summation x1 p into x2 n minus v, where p varies from minus infinity to infinity. Just simply n minus p, suppose that is equals to third variable q, so n is equals to q plus p. Now summation will be of p and q, and x1p x2p e raised to power minus j omega p e raised to power minus j omega q. That means x1 omega into x2 omega. It shows me that the convolution in one domain will result multiplication in second domain. Next is a multiplication, or you can say that frequency convolution. Convolution in frequency domain, x1 omega convolution x2 omega. Now we will use the inverse dtft formula. Xn is equals to 1 by 2 pi omega x of omega e raised to power j omega and d omega. Here x, at place of x of omega, put x1 omega in convolution x2 omega. That convolution formula open summation integration here x1p x2 omega minus p, where e raised to power j omega and d omega, and put omega minus p is third variable q, so omega is equals to p plus q. Put out the values. Here we will get multiply and 2 divide by 2 pi and 2 pi. Here we will get xn is equals yn is equals to x1n into x2n into 2 pi, or 2 pi is the constant. We'll go to the next side. So x1n into x2n multiplication in time domain will result x1 omega into x2 omega convolution in second domain divided by 2 pi. Next property is differentiation in frequency domain. X omega xn having frequency discrete time for a transform x of omega, so n into xn is j d by d omega of x omega. So differentiation in frequency domain represent as d by d omega of x omega. So write down the formula of dtft, differentiate with respect to omega. So we have minus j n xn e raised to power minus j omega, minus j will be the outside, so it will become minus j summation n into xn e raised to power minus j omega n, so it will be represent as so d by d omega and j on the left hand side, so it's minus 1 by j, it will be n into xn e raised to power minus j omega n. So it says that if we differentiate in the frequency domain, it will be j d by d omega of x omega will result n into xn, or we can say that n into xn will result j d by d omega of x omega. Let's come on to the example. On the basis of that, xn is equals to n into a raised to power n un, find out dtft. We know that a raised to power n un having dtft is 1 upon 1 minus a e raised to power minus j omega. So multiply by n in time domain will result j d by d omega of x omega. So d by d omega of 1 upon 1 minus a e raised to power minus j omega will result square of the lower factor, lower factor as it is, up derivative of upper part minus upper as it is, derivative of lower part. So we will get a e raised to power minus j omega upon 1 minus a e raised to power minus j omega whole square. Next question is dtft of xn is given as f4 minus e raised to power minus 2 j omega, that is x omega is given. So find out the dtft of n into xn minus 2. So n minus 2 is the time shifting property, will result e raised to minus 2 j omega, and multiply by n is j d by d omega. So j d by d omega of x omega e raised to power minus 2 j omega. X omega is 4 e raised to power minus 2 j omega. Multiply it, solve it, and differentiate with respect to omega. We will get 8 e raised to power minus 2 j omega minus 4 e raised to power minus 4 j omega. Next is central ordinate theorem. We know the formula for the dtft. At omega is equals to 0, its value will be x of 0 will be summation n is equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n. Similarly, for the discrete time Fourier transform inverse, we have formula and put n is equals to 0, so we will get 2 pi x of 0 is area under the curve in one period. Omega is equals to minus pi to pi or 0 to 2 pi x omega d omega. Let's find out the question. Solve the question. Xn is equals to, given is a discrete time equation. From finite discrete time equation varies from minus 1 0 1 2 1 0 1 2 1 0 minus 1. Find it x of 0. Simply write down the xn in terms of delta. It will be given as minus del of n plus 3 plus del of n plus 1 and so on. If I take the dtft of that one, the dtft of del of n plus 3 will be e raised to power plus 3 j omega plus e raised to power j omega and so on, and put out the value of omega is 0, we will get x of omega x of 0, that is equals to 6. Second part, we have to find out 2 pi integration x of omega d omega. In first part, put xn is equals to 0. Here x of 0 is 2 as in the given question. So integration 2 pi x omega d omega is 2 pi into x of 0, that is 2 pi into 2, that is 4 pi. Similarly, we have to find out x of pi. In part A, put omega is equals to pi instead of 0, so we will get the answer at 0. And in the final part, we have to calculate integration 2 pi x omega square d omega. Just it will be equals to 2 pi xn square, and varies from minus infinity. Put out the value and we will get that is equals to 28 pi. Last one is the spectral density property for CTFT. Xt having Fourier transform x of omega, energy is equals to x square t, that is equals to xt into x star t, that is conjugate. We know that inverse formula of xt is equals to given by 1 by 2 pi integration x omega e raised to power j omega t d omega. If we go for x star, so it will be e raised to power minus j omega t x star omega. Put out the value. If I put out the value, it will become 1 by 2 pi. Omega varies from minus infinity to infinity x star omega, and integration of t minus infinity to infinity xt e raised to 1 minus j omega t dt. So it will be x omega into x star omega, that is energy is given as 1 by 2 pi integration omega is equals to minus infinity to infinity x omega square d omega. Similarly, I can write it for the dtft also. Now let's go for the question. Find out the energy of the signal xn is equals to, for n is equals to 0, its value is 2 pi. For n not is equals to 0, its value is sin 2 pi by n pi. Energy is given as summation x square n, where n varies from minus infinity to infinity. So put out the value 2 plus 2 by pi whole square for n is equals to 0, and for n not equals to 0, its value is sin square 2 pi upon n pi square. As we know, first term is completely sinc function and its dtft will be a gate function. So energy is equals to 1 by 2 pi minus pi to pi x omega square d omega, it is equals to 1 by 2 pi minus 2 to 2 1 square d omega. Okay, so 1 by 2 pi, 2 plus 2, that is equals to 4 by 2 pi or 2 pi pi.